Hi, I'm Josh Teal. I'm a RA on the 4th floor of Columbus Hall. I'm a theater major here at CSU, and I hope to one day be a technical director.
So I'm originally from South Carolina. I was raised there until I turned about 13. I was 1 month away from turning 13 and I moved. I got into theater from a very young age. I was a little actor back then. I was in as many places I could get into, and then when I moved here, I still was acting for a while, and I was in a few plays, but then I found out that I really like building and technical theater, so I stuck with that all the way through high school and hopefully into my future. Today I'll be reading First They Came by Pastor Martin Niemöller.
First they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist.
Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and no one was left to speak out for me.
Well, my grandmother originally got me into theater, and her husband at the time was a carpenter, and I had always really admired him and his things that he could build, and ever since then I've always wanted, or for a while I wanted to be a carpenter, and then of course that changed about 50 times, but then here I am now, a carpenter. I love it here at Columbus State, especially our theater department. We have some really amazing professors that I know I can learn a lot from. It can be hard, which it probably should be. You know, you need to have this training so you can be ready for the real world. Most of my childhood was in South Carolina, so it was a really big adjustment when I first moved here. I love it in Georgia a lot more than I did in South Carolina. There's so much more to do in Atlanta than there is in Columbia, South Carolina.
If I could build anything, there is a opera that's called The Ring Cycle. It's Lord of the Rings is based off of it, very loosely, but in this opera, they have a giant mountain. I would love to build the giant mountain. I think that would be so much fun. Being able to build, first off, that would take so much knowledge that I don't have right now, and I'd learn so much, but that would also just be an experience to say I've built a mountain. I have always loved cinema, movies. I'm a really big fan of just different artwork, different types of art, and movies has always been one of my favorites. I've grown up watching films, as everyone has, and I've always admired just different aspects of movies and just different techniques and artwork that goes in movies. And I thought that would be a good hall theme because, one, just the idea of movies is really broad, and that can bring up lots of conversations and talk about, countless movies and favorite movies and different things like that.
I chose this poem because there's lots of different ways I've seen it being done. Sometimes they'll trade words out for Jews for homosexuals, and it still works. And I think that it shows that there's all these problems that no one is standing up for. And I think it needs a lot more attention in just different aspects of it. I originally found this poem, I believe, in middle school. It was a poem in the beginning of a book about the Holocaust. I can't remember the title of it, unfortunately, but it was a really informational book, and that poem stuck with me for this long time. It's been about 6 years, and I've always been able to say that that is my favorite poem of all time.